Happy Saturday afternoon, Bloomington Jefferson hockey fans. We are coming to you from the Bloomington Ice Garden on Hockey Fights Cancer Day, where today your JV Lady Jags are taking on Chask, second match against them on the season. My regular broadcast partner, Johnny Rash, is helping out with Hockey Fights Cancer today, along with a broader team of volunteers who are doing a lot of activities to raise awareness, raise money, and whatnot. Similarly, our regular cameraman, Jason Knutson, got called into the fire station today, and like a softie, he chose work over youth hockey. So for a one-day reunion tour only, I am back with last year's broadcast partner, Kurt Krenz. We're switching roles from what we had last year. Kurt will dual purpose today, be running the camera and providing color commentary. So if both camera and color are lacking, you'll know why. But thanks for filling in on JV today, Kurt.
Good to be back with you, Ryan. And as you're saying that, I realize that I'm swiveling this camera around like a 2-year-old. I hope nobody's motion sick already, because I'm like, wow, this thing's pretty cool, and I'm swiveling it back and forth. But we'll do our best here. Yeah, Johnny's the big ambassador for Hockey Fights Cancer. Does a great job. He's done this for like the 4th year in a row now, and looking forward to a good day for the Jags today.
Yeah, it's an awesome deal. They were actually talking about it on KFAN, the radio station, as I was driving to get skate sharpened today. Specifically the fact that the boys team, Bloomington, faces Kennedy tonight for the last time before those two programs merged. So they were even getting some run on primetime radio for Hockey Fights Cancer today.
Yeah, it's quite a big day and for hockey in Bloomington today. The last time that the Kennedy Eagles will face the Jefferson Jaguars in boys high school hockey. So that'll be a big event tonight. And Hockey Fights Cancer, like you said, Brian, they're just tag teaming right across the games today. So it should be fun.
All right, well, I do not recall offhand, Kurt, how the JV team fared against Chask in our first matchup. I probably should have looked that up, but it's Saturday morning. I wasn't prepared like I am for our normal 5 o'clock start. I will say, for those watching at home, expect Kurt and I to fumble a little bit with lineups today. We've got we've had illness the last 2 games. We got an injury today's game. As a result, we've talked all season about having a really short roster to field 2 teams. There will be a number of players rotating in on the JV game who will also be playing varsity. So we'll have players who are playing one period of JV, different players first, second, third. So we'll have a mixed bag. And as we know, players switch positions on the JV team between forward and D. So bear with us as we fight through the names today. Off of the draw, Jefferson wins that puck back. It went to Lindman originally. She got it up to Hoffbeck. Now it gets to Woodford on the near side wall. It's thrown in. Keith's back there. She's looking. She goes cross ice, hits Hoffbeck, but Hoffbeck loses it off her stick. Here's a scoring opportunity for Chaska. Bird with the save. Lindman tries to get up the sidewall to Hoffbeck. That's going to be held in. Chaska with another shot. That one misses wide. Woodford gives chase on the point. Centering pass. Oh, a dangerous play there. Number 33 for Chaska. Just couldn't get a redirect on it. Bloomington clears it all the way down. Chaska got a touch on it. No ice. Full 5 changed behind the play. Chaska breaking out. Makes a move around Sam Neventon first. Tyus breaks that up, played with a high stick, but waved off after Chaska touched. Tyus now has it. She's got some room to skate. She's going 1-on-2. She's going to try to get a shot on net. Good shot from Tyus. The rebound from first. And Bloomington on the board with what I believe is their first shot. Excellent up-ice rush from Tyus to lead that off. She got an excellent shot from a tough angle, and the rebound came right out to first, who tucked it away.
Yeah, I was just about to comment, Ryan, on how Chaska had the edge early on in this game, kind of dominating that first shift, but then Elise Tyus carried that puck down the left side, shot with a purpose, right? You shoot low, right off that leg pad, rebound sitting there right alone for first in the crease. She buried it, Jags up 1-0.
Just as you draw it up, right, Kurt?
That's how it's supposed to work.
So here's Herman carrying it into the zone. She gets chipped down, fortunately does not go into the boards. Trineri playing the blue line for period 1. We've seen Her and Thornburg, it feels like sort of rotating in and out, but I think we're only going to see Trineri for one period of JV today. Thornburg here's got the puck. She's got a little bit of room. Tough angle shot. Ooh, she tried to pick that blocker side upper corner. Almost had it too. Good save. And then a pass out front to Woodford. Goal number 2. 2 minutes into the game, 2 goals. Excellent start for the JV squad.
No kidding, yeah. And both goals following some actually pretty decent saves by the Chask goalie. That was Thornburg finding Woodford alone in the crease, and Woodford with a snap right off the pass gets past the goalie. We're up 2-0 just 2 minutes into this game.
That's a good point. Both of those, goalie makes an initial save, won the rebound, and then the other one rebound goes right back to the shooter in Thornburg, and she finds Woodford up front. Good shots from Bloomington, good plays by Bloomington.
Now, I wish I could help you with what happened in the JV game in Chask, but Ryan, you know, like if we don't exactly know, we just make it up. So I'm going to say that Jefferson won a close one, 3-2, back in December, but the truth is we don't really remember.
Somebody will probably tell us. Bloomington breaking out. They're now up on shots, 4-1 after that flurry. They dump and chase, get a change behind the play. Chaska with a good breakout pass. Here they come, Tyus covering on D, fresh off the bench, breaks up that play. Excellent play by Tyus. And then here comes First. She steals that puck. She brings it in. She's got Tyus with her, but it's poked into the corner. She's going to try to get it in front. Carries it into the far side corner. She's tied up there. Hoffbeck comes over to help. Gets by Trineri. A puck race here. Herman's back with Trineri. Trineri's going to take that puck, skate behind the net. She's got Hoffbeck on the sidewall. Hoffbeck gets it to Tyus. Tyus has got some room. Hoffbeck catching up to her. Thought about a drop pass, but Hoffbeck crossed. That shot deflected into the corner. Chaska coming back the other way. Broken up by Keith at center ice. Keith has it bumped back in, but she retrieves. She goes behind the net. She's got Woodford ahead. Going to take it herself, get it up to Woodford across the blue line. Good play by Keith there. Woodford loses it in her skates momentarily, but succeeds in dumping it in the corner. Thornburg now has it. She tried to get it back to the point, but that pass was intercepted. Gets out to Keith regardless, who drops it back in. Woodford retrieves. She tried to center to Thornburg, missed everyone. That's going to come down. Lindman's got a hustle here. Forecheck by Chaska, 2 skaters. She tries to go cross ice, but that hit traffic. Got to be careful here. She retrieves, takes it behind the net, playing it safe. She's got Woodford up the sidewall. Woodford tries to get it ahead to Thornburg, but it's held in. Centering pass. Gets into the Chaska player's skates. Good play by Keith there to tie her up. Sam Nevent fighting for it on the far side boards. Lindman goes to Woodford. Woodford bumps it ahead. Thornburg, who's on a bit of a scoring binge the last few games. I think she's had 2 goals in the last 2 games. See if she can carry that into tonight. No icing there, not sure why. Apparently they believe Chaska could have played it.
We're seeing a good pace here in this game, Ryan. I think I wonder if it's because we had a full week of practice. I mean, we've had so many games prior to this week without a lot of practice. Just seems like the Jags have a little bit more of a jump in their step early on.
More juice, as they say.
Yeah.
And here we have Tyus and Ablin seeing a period of JV action. She's going to try to get around that defender. Probably poked that one a little too far. Goes across the goal line. Kara in the corner. Centering pass to Tyus. Tyus got a good shot. Just missed a little left of the net. Digging it in the corner is Ablin in first. Battling 2-2. First comes away with it temporarily. She gets it to Ablin. Ablin tries to go to the point. Trineri's got it. Does a good job holding that in under pressure. Ablin and Tyus fighting for it. Ablin pokes it back, but that's going to go to Chaska. Nope, Trineri holds it in again. Trineri played the blue line solid this first period. Ablin in the corner, centering pass, intercepted. Diving attempt by First to hold the zone. Finally, Chaska clears it out to neutral zone. Now trying to get it up ice. Thornburg fighting for it there. She ends up coming away with it. Good hustle by Thornburg. Now she flashes the speed, makes a cut back to the middle. Thought that could have been a tripping, no call. Ends up on Hoffbeck's stick. Now Sam Nevent fighting for it in the corner. Chaska tries to break out, intercepted by Thornburg, but goes right back to a Chaska player. Hoffbeck bumps that Chask on rusher off. Keith trying to get it out. Gets it across the blue line. Gets it to Thornburg. Thornburg drawing a lot of defensive attention. Split the D there, but just lost the puck into the corner. Tries to go back. Lindman can't get to the boards quick enough because Keith was trying to get back after the rush. Keith gets it to the red line. Thornburg now dumps it in. She needs a change. Woodford, fresh off the bench. She pressures the puck. 4 Bloomington players changing behind. Chaska enters the zone, under pressure by Tyus. Tyus takes that puck with help from Keith, but loses it back to Chaska. Now Woodford drops down to help out. Comes back to the point. That shot hit Woodford's skate. Going to be a bit of a puck race here. Woodford splits the D, flashing some speed, and scores right under the stick arm of the Chaska goaltender. Goal number 3 already, 7 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Woodford just turned the jets on and split right through those 2 Chaska players. And I was thinking about 2 minutes ago, we're 7 minutes into this game. We've had 2 whistles, and it was for the 2 goals scored. And now we just got our third of the game, and that was off the 3rd Jaguars goal. So I guess it's going to take a goal, Ryan, for us to get a whistle and for you to get a breath in. Because
we might be done early with a score of 72-15.
Johnny better get those pucks ready to go here early because we're flying right through this first period. But great rush by Woodford there, unassisted for that goal. Or no, there were assists maybe.
Taylor Keith, they awarded an assist to that I caught. We're going to struggle to Keith. Lindman and Keith. All right. We're also simultaneously trying to track stats here. So yeah, we off air, our broadcast team was joking about Johnny Rash getting Wally pipped here, taking a game off from color commentary. If this game turns out to be something like 12 rip, that might actually happen. I don't know if Johnny's somebody who's superstitious or not, but...
And of course, Rash, ever the historian that he is, knows exactly the year that Wally Pip was relevant. And then he even, and I think he was joking, he even made a joke that he remembers that and what a time it was. So we're not exactly sure if he was joking about that, but we think so. Anyway,
nobody's bothering to fact check.
right. We just take his word, whatever he said. Because we know he's not going to try to pull one over, pull our leg on anything.
Well, if he ever decides to, he's going to have a free pass.
Right. He'd have some easy marks, in me anyway. I'll speak for myself.
Chaska, little pressure here for the first time in a bit. Got a shot on net. Sam Nevent, though, now possesses the puck. She comes out to center ice. Tries to get around 2 Chaska defenders. Still fighting for it. Chaska dumps it back across the red line. They enter the zone. Immediately met there by Woodford and Tyus. Woodford knocks the puck loose. Herman bumps it up the boards. Woodford trying to get it up to the blue line, but tied up along the sidewall. Still battling for it there. It comes back to Herman. Herman smartly goes high off the glass. I love to see that, Kurt, on those clearing attempts. Gets it out of the zone. Oh, and another turnover. Woodford again. They're not going to let her beat him to the net there. She had 4 players in chase.
Still got a shot on
net.
Goal, though,
she did. And then went for a change. That's dumped down. No icing. Got 6 minutes left in the first period. Bloomington ahead on the scoreboard. 3-zip. Chaska, and it has not really been that lopsided of a game. Chaska's had some offensive zone possession. Bloomington's just converting on a high percentage of their scoring opportunities. Yeah. Chaska holds the zone. Lindman skating backwards, looking for a pass. Tried to hit Thornburg, but just missed. Chaska circles at center ice. Now trying to carry it in, but under pressure by Thornburg. Thornburg now, she's got a tough angle, rips a shot, saved off the shaft of the goalie's stick. Thornburg's determined to get a goal off that blocker side upper corner today.
She's skating really well. Looks really determined. Had a nice assist on one of those early goals, and pretty much every shift she's been out there, you notice her.
She is. She looks fast, and she's creating opportunities. Lindman retrieves. She's looking cross ice. Hits first. First tries to get it ahead to Hoffbeck. She ends up getting it, but runs into Keith's skate. Hoffbeck shoved off sides. She tags up. Bloomington now good. Tyus on the forecheck. Players changing behind her. Held in by Woodford. Woodford's going to get a tough angle shot. Oh, almost scored her 3rd goal of a true hat trick there. Goalie just got a piece of it. We saw it drop down between the pads Another excellent save by Chaska.
She was peeking over her shoulder. Not sure exactly where that puck was, but we could see it between her leg pads, and eventually she closed up, got the whistle.
Yeah, this is about as good as we've seen the Jags offense this season. I mean, they're getting shots, but more importantly, they are ripping those shots. These are not floaters or pucks that slide in on net. And there's a wraparound attempt by Ablin for goal number 4. I didn't see who got the initial touch, but Bloomington sort of turning this first period into a blowout.
Yeah, and you know what? I wonder if some of it also isn't something you referred to in the pregame, Ryan. Some like you mentioned, because of our depleted numbers, we've got more varsity players playing, helping out, playing a shift here today. You can see that pace being pushed with Ablin and Trineri out there. We'll see some other varsity players later on, and I think it's kind of raising the tide of the other Jags, and they're all trying to keep that pace up high. Chaska calling a timeout here in the first period, something we don't see.
You almost never. This is a basketball timeout, Kurt. This is the holy crap. We just got to slow the roll of the other team here.
Yeah.
Try to sap a little bit of the momentum. Just get a mental reset. I mean, you almost never see because you get one timeout in hockey.
Correct.
So normally that's 3 minutes left. You need the rest of top line. You're going to strategize pulling the goaltender.
And most teams never use their timeout in hockey. I mean, it's maybe 1/3 of the games we'll get a timeout, but it's kind of rare. See, Caitlin Page appears to be on the bench for the Jags today with head coach Aaron Schramm. So maybe she's, maybe the players know, we got one of the varsity assistants on the bench. Let's ramp up this pace. Let's ramp up this play. And 4-0. Now, neither of us could exactly remember what happened in Chaska, but we know it wasn't.
It was not 4-0 after one period.
Yeah, for sure.
You might have hit on something. I think Coach KP and Coach Schramm are known for their fiery pregame and in-game speeches. Known for that passion, yelling, screaming. Right? maybe that's boosting the energy on the bench.
That could be.
Being facetious, of course, as both coaches are about as mellow as you'll find. Excellent teachers, but very calm, cool, collected. But whatever it is, let's keep it going. We got 4 minutes left in the first period. Woodford officially on hat trick watch. I probably shouldn't say that every time we bring it up, the player fails to score, but we've had it several games in a row now. Chask.
Are we waiting for our first hat trick on JV? Probably, right?
I think so. We've had a lot of 2-goal games. In fact, last game, I think Woodford and Thornburg both had 2 and didn't finish. We might have had 2 games with 2-goal scorers, 2 of them, lots of 2s. But yeah, I don't think we've had an official too many men on the. Yep. As I'm counting here, the Jags got 6.
Well, we narrowly avoided one of those about 7 minutes ago. I noticed that the Jaguars had changed, and someone jumped on the ice early. Tyus was going off, but she was still a good 40 feet from the bench, and had the refs noticed it. Now, there's only 2 referees, of course, for JV. They would have called it. This time, I think we played with 6 for a while.
We were going, because when they blew the whistle, I saw the signal, and all 6 players were looking around, counting themselves, thinking, uh-oh. I will say that is, again, probably a challenge. We've played with 2 straight lines for the past probably 5 games, going back to the holiday tournament, which makes it easy, right? There's 2 lines. You're just going in. You're subbing out for the same player each period. With 11, you've got that 1 extra forward. Typically, it complicates your rotations a little bit. So not totally shocking that we had too many men on the ice. So first penalty kill, first penalty in the game. Chaska makes a move, gets to the front, but that shot gobbled up by Bird with a Chaska player in front, ready for a rebound. Good play by Bird there.
Yeah, Carly Samnabeth going to serve that bench minor. Doesn't mean that she was the one responsible for the too many players on the ice, but they just picked somebody from the bench to serve it. I got to say, I haven't called a JV game yet this year, but I've watched most of them, and it's been really fun to watch how much Carly has improved since the beginning of the year.
Most definitely.
Transfer into the Bloomington school. She's made a ton of progress as this year's gone on.
Pressure in front of the net. Puck ends up in the corner. Chaska still possessing, though. That gets through their forward. Goes deep. Look, the hard forecheck. I feel like Bloomington's smelling the goals here. That was Ablin and Hoffbeck. Hoffbeck ends up with it, but she has the puck knocked off her stick. She throws it in the corner. Hoffbeck stays on the forecheck. Ablin now retreats a little bit, playing at the blue line. Here comes Chask up the near side wall. They just dump it in deep. We got about 50 seconds left. Herman's going to get to that puck first. She flips it off of the Chaska defender, back out to the red line. Bloomington gets one change. Woodford on now. Centering pass broken up by Ablin. Ablin's looking, ran into her own player, can't get it out. Back to the point. Ablin pressures. It ends up on Herman's stick. Herman's got a little bit of room now. From the D position, she makes a move, strung to the outside. Oh, and then gets destroyed in front of the net. Not a dirty play, but she was trying to cut in from a tough angle. Just ran into the D and forced a Chaska icing call on the power play.
Yeah, I think we were both looking to see if that might be called a penalty. Lola, you like to see that, though. She just lowered her shoulder. She probably knew she was going to get taken down. We've seen all year that doesn't bother Lola. She's used to getting knocked out, and she lowered her shoulder, got a shot on net, was taken down. Play on. Good play by that defenseman, and we get an offensive zone faceoff here.
Here comes Chaska. They got 7 seconds. One last rush here. Centering pass got tipped into the corner. Routes by Lindman. Woodford's got it. She gets it ahead to Tyus. Tyus goes off the bench, or off the boards to clear the zone. Bloomington now at full strength. Sam Nevent straight off the box out of that. Oh, and she got tied up. So right out of the box, she draws a penalty on Chaska. Bloomington going to get a chance to play the power play now.
Yeah, that was a hook that they could not ignore. She actually got spun all the way around, almost like a figure skater doing a pirouette. But nice job by Carly right out of the penalty box. Draws that penalty onto the power play. Go the Jags.
We always joke about they need to practice with a soccer team, learn how to take dives on some of those instead of keeping your balance. Sell that penalty, hit the ice, throw your hands up. But that was sufficient. Carly's spin move sold it enough, and now it's in the corner. Sam Nevent's got it. She's trying to get it back to the point. Chaska succeeds in poking it out to center ice. Keith dumps it back in. Bloomington changes up. We got a minute left in the period. We're going to end this first period if we don't have to get a goal. We'll start the second period still in the power play, but Bloomington's hoping to tally one more before the clock expires. Dumped back in. Bloomington changing behind the play. Keith's going to try to hold it. Gets a shot on net and a tip. Only 2 players out there, and Keith got a shot on net. Thornburg there tipped it. Now Bloomington back with all 5. Herman retreats, not daunted by her last rush. Here she comes again. She's going to come up the near side wall, picking up speed. She's got forwards with her. She dumps it behind the net. First with her. First, tried to get it back to the point, but that hit traffic. Oh, and was held in by Keith, but then flipped over her stick. She throws it to Thornburg. Gets tied up there. She gets it to Woodford. 8 seconds. Got to get a shot quick here. Coaches are yelling shoot. She does get a backhand run, and then a centering pass hit traffic, cleared out, and that will do it for period number 1. Couldn't ask for a better start to the day or the game here, Kurt. 4 rip after about midway through the first period. Shots in favor of Bloomington, 13-5.
Yeah, very strong start for the Jaguars, jumping out early on their, actually both of the first 2 goals, there were 2 shots that resulted, and they were good initial shots, save made, but a rebound capitalized on by the Jaguars. Then we had Woodford breaking loose on a breakaway and sniping her second. And, the Jaguars what a really good period. They still got 36 seconds. It was a pretty decent power play. I think maybe not our best, but time to reset here in the abbreviated intermission here as we get a couple Jaguars off, a couple new ones from varsity on. I think I see Vea Flanders and Ava Oslin down there, so we'll see what the second period brings. Evelyn and Trinary probably, right?
Oh, that would make sense. Yep. Yeah, we actually talked, referencing the power play, those past few games when they've had 10 skaters, since the holiday tournament. That also helps a bit because you get some line continuity. You get to know the players, right? If you can play with the same skaters for a game, period, but let alone a couple of games in a row. And we started to see some chemistry develop on those lines. Again, when you insert an 11th skater and you're rotating players out, you're not really fielding a, quote, power play unit.
Right.
You're basically just rolling out whoever's up next in the queue. And to their credit, they've played phenomenally all year with that. But so they're calling over the PA system to recognize any cancer survivors today. Got a few of them here that they're clapping for.
Yeah, like we mentioned, John Rash setting up this Hockey Fights Cancer Night for the Jaguars here, and currently recognizing those in the crowd who are either survivors themselves or have someone in their family affected by cancer. You'll notice a lot of the players tonight with the lavender stick tape on the blades of their stick. That's the Hockey Fights Cancer color. I know different types of cancers have their own special color, but for today it's just generic Hockey Fights Cancer. Proceeds raised today are going to go to the American Cancer Society as they work to find cures to this disease that's affected almost all of us in one way or the other.
And I'm assuming we probably have information links on our SharePoint page where you can find information on donating to Hockey Fights Cancer. I know it's technically a one-day event, but I'm sure those donation opportunities stay open long after that. I mean, in today's day and age, it's not hard to find opportunities to participate, give, and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, we got a nice little crowd filtering in here, both on the Jaguars home ice side and here on the visitor side where we broadcast from. Jaguars just finishing up their inter-period discussions. Chaska's got a full bench. They got a lot of coaches behind, like at least 3, and a player in street clothes, and a full set of skaters. So I imagine they got a little blitzkrieg in that first period too, because you're right. The second time you play a team in the season, you look back at the first result, even though we don't remember it, they certainly do,
sure.
and they probably were a little caught off guard. But Jaguars here on the power play to start, see if they can get up to 5.
So starting the second period here, we're going to have Tyus centering Sam DeVent first, Keith on the back line with Lindman. Keith wins, or they got that initial draw. She dumps it in. 30 seconds left on the power play. Tyus does a great job stealing that puck and makes an excellent pass back to the blue line. But Chaska on their penalty kill, they cover the points really tightly relative to other teams. Not sagging down at all. Not conceding those shots from the blue line. Keith possesses. She shakes a defender, takes it behind the net, looking for an outlet pass. Defender still pressuring. Fourth turns her back. Again behind the net. Penalty's over. Chaska back at full strength. Now Keith picks up speed. Gets across the red line. She's going to carry it into the zone. Dumps it into the corner. Still possessing the puck. Now she gets rubbed off. Chaska trying to break it out, but tied up on the near side wall by first. Tyus, who was covering for Keith, holds the zone. Keith tried to hold it in. Bounced over her stick. Now it comes out to Lindman. Lindman looking for a pass. Misses on that one. Turnover to Chaska, but Tyus knocks it free. Tyus dumps it in. That's going to be offsides, though. Bloomington's got a touch up. They do. Woodford on the ice now with Thornburg. Sam DeVent still out there. Herman gives chase. She retreats back. She goes up the near side wall to Sam DeVent. Sam DeVent's going to carry that across the red line. She gets dispossessed of the puck, but it ends up on Thornburg's stick. Centering pass. Woodford, I think, tried to do that. Oh, good outlet pass from Chaska. Tough shot, glove side, but missed high and wide. A good scoring opportunity for Chaska. Got behind the D and then connected on a stretch pass.
It was. You could see that Chaska player out ahead, giving the target on her backhand. Not an easy pass to catch, but it was a good pass right on her stick. She was behind the D, just shot it a little wide. It looked like Bird probably had it covered, but we'll never know, I guess. Well, we will know because it was wide. So.
Sure.
Let's not give Ada near enough credit.
Chaska battles for it in the corner, comes back to the point. That shot gets through traffic, but just missed wide. Hoffbeck now tries to go up the sidewall. Held in there, dumped right back in. Hoffbeck intercepted it again. Now it ends up in front. Pass to the blocker side of Bird. Tipped ahead to Hoffbeck, but she again can't get it out. Chaska with some sustained pressure here. Bloomington's been in their zone for about a solid 45 seconds, minute. Centering pass. Hits Flanders there. It's tied up. Puck's loose. Poked ahead by Herman. Bloomington really struggling to get this free. That shot trickled it on net. Poked into the corner. Now Woodford. Bloomington in desperate need of a change here. Minute plus. Thornburg's going to try to carry it out. She picks up some speed, but she gets tied up from behind, but does get it across the blue line. Second period, though, long ice change. Bloomington's got to get it into the offensive zone to have any shot of getting all 5.
Definitely the best pressure for Chaska-Chan of the night. We've been stuck in our zone most of the last 3 minutes. Finally cleared out to neutral here now, but still unable to get a change, as you had mentioned, Ryan.
Jefferson looking a little gassed. Sustained. Oh, that shot went off, I think, maybe Flanders' stick, but redirect. Bird tracked it well, gloved it, and finally we get a change.
Yeah, and I was glad to see Bird glove that one so that we could get a change. You knew you'd see all 5 of those Jaguar skaters going to the bench because they'd been out there a long time. Bird recognizes that by getting the whistle, she'd be able to permit that.
And you can tell, Kurt, when they get to the bench, when all 5 skaters like sit down or lean on the boards,
right.
That was a long shift. A lot of times they just go over, they stand up ready to go out. When they sit down or lean over the boards, they're winded. That puck going to be held in by Keith. Her shot attempt sails into the rafters. That deflected almost straight up in the air.
Yeah, we even got a clang sound effect off the rafters, which doesn't happen all the time. But yeah, I mean, the score is 4-0, Rye, for the Jags, but Chaska not skating like a team down 4-0. They got some talent on that team.
Agreed. That back to Keith, tipped in front by Tyus, not on net, but it sat there. First tried to get a shot on, but couldn't quite get the backhander to the net. Held in temporarily by Lindman, but then poked out. Keith retrieves, got to get it out quickly. There's 2 Chaska players there. Keith temporarily lost it, but succeeded in poking it away. Shot from Chaska goes wide. Tyus, good use of the body, pokes it ahead. And then the third defender knocked it free. Here's Oslin for the first time. She makes a move. 1-on-4. Knocks a Chaska defender to the ice, but couldn't hold onto the puck simultaneously. And it ends up at center ice. Lindman dumps it in. Chaska retrieves. Woodford's going to pressure. Comes out to the blue line. Chaska carrying. They cross center ice, dump it in. Retrieved by Lindman. She comes around. She's looking for a pass. That hit a stick. Chaska again possesses the puck. Good centering pass. Trying to get a shot on net. A lot of traffic in front. Comes out to the blue line. Held in. That shot goes wide. Bloomington's struggling here in this first 5 minutes of the second period.
That was an impressive hold-in by that right defenseman for Chaska.
Chaska's getting a lot of traffic in front, Kurt.
They are, and they're making plays in the offensive zone too. It's not like they're just firing things at the net hoping for the best. They're actually connecting on some passes. Jaguars are going to have to settle down and get back to what they were doing in the first.
Thornburg's got it. She definitely sneaks out from a traffic jam at center ice, but at the last minute as she attempts to get a shot on net, has it poked off her stick, but it's held in by Sam DeVent. She dumps it deep. Forwards getting a change behind her. Sam DeVent just holding the zone, giving her teammates some time. Forces a turnover to Herman. Herman waits till Sam DeVent clears the zone, then dumps it in deep. First with a good forecheck. Almost forced a turnover there, but here comes Chaska the other way. Turned it over at the blue line. Hoffbeck's now with speed, picks it up. She's got an opportunity for a tough angle shot. Oh, another rip, Kurt, from that angle. She went blocker side low. Another good save by the Chaska goaltender.
Yeah, she got a lot on that shot at full speed. This time Jaguars didn't have anybody following up for the rebound, but they continue to hold it in the O-zone here.
Bloomington, little offensive zone possession time. Comes out to Flanders. Flanders holds it in. It's tied up. She goes 1-on-2, manages to win that. Dumps it in. Hoffbeck almost had it, but lost it. And here comes Chaska with possession. They get across the red line. They dump it in. They're going for a change. Couple of forecheckers. Pressure Herman. She misses the outlet pass to Woodford, but Woodford recovers, pokes it ahead. Another race. Woodford's going to get to this one, too. She's got to settle the puck. Was rolling on her. Probably didn't get as much on that shot as she wanted because of it, but got a shot on net. Thornburg now, had Oslin and had the stick with the puck poked off her stick. Woodford's got it now. She makes a blind pass back to the point. That got intercepted. Lindman's going to retrieve under heavy pressure. Good pass to Thornburg. Thornburg's got Woodford and Oslin with her. She makes a move, runs into traffic, loses the puck. Still fighting for it. Woodford helps out. Nifty move to poke it around the defender. She's going to skate that to the front. Backhanders saved. Ends up in the corner. Thornburg passes it back. Now the D's open. Keith and Lindman, a little miscommunication there. Not sure whether to pass it. They kind of ran into each other. Keith races for that puck. She's going to draw a penalty as she got taken down. Yep, the Chaska player hooked her from behind, brought her down. Delayed penalty. Here comes Thornburg. Almost got to the net, and finally they get a touch. Doesn't it figure, Kurt? It feels like every time there's a penalty in the second period, the penalized team manages to touch up right when the goalie gets to the bench. Like they make the goalie skate all the way to the bench, just about climb over the wall, then the whistle blows, and they go back to the net.
Yeah, I was just noticing that Bird did make a pretty good sprint from her net to the bench. That was impressive to me. But Taylor Keith drawing that penalty. It was right in front of us in the boards here. She was coming in to play the puck. Had a trailing Chaska player kind of hook her, almost lift her up from behind. Luckily, Taylor was able to brace herself into the boards, and she was fine. But Jaguars unable to tally on that first power play. We'll see if they can get one here.
Off the draw, Bloomington possesses. They're working it around the perimeter. That pass probably not going to get to Herman, but Herman does an excellent job of rushing in to temporarily hold the zone, but Chaska manages to push it out anyway. Flanders is going to skate all the way back to retrieve. Got 4 Bloomington players ahead of her. She's going to carry it. Tries to get it ahead. Finds Tyus. Good pass there. Tyus had Hoffbeck in front, but Chaska intercepted the pass. Gets it back to Herman. Herman goes across to Flanders. Flanders makes a move. Another move, trying to get it into the zone. A dump-in attempt, hits Sam Nevent. Sam Nevent throws it on net. Bloomington getting a few changes behind. A turnover. Woodford with another shot, blocker save. That's got to be like Woodford's 5th shot of the game. And then that puck skipped over Herman's skate. Flanders retrieves. She's got the puck. She looks, finds Oslin. Oslin carries it in. She's going to try to get to the front of the net, but had her stick lifted. 3rd defender there, broke that play up. Chaska hit the snow in front of the bench, lost the puck. Herman with a good pass up ahead to Oslin. Oslin just kicked it ahead. Clearing attempt, going to be held in, at least temporarily, by Keith. Battling for it, knocked down the Chaska player. She drops it back to Lindman. Lindman just chips it in front of the net. Woodford does a good job to get a stick on it, but Chaska throws it all the way down.
Pretty good hand-eye coordination there by Woodford. That puck was up above her head. She knew she couldn't play it with the high stick, and she's tall to begin with, but as it dropped down, she got a backhand shot on it towards the net. Now play in the neutral zone right in front of us.
Softball skills there, Kurt. Softball
there you
skills.
Go.
Chaska back at full strength. We're already down to 5 minutes left in the second period. It seems to be flying by. Chaska had somebody leaked out behind. Lindman recognized it. Did a good job getting back to prevent a stretch pass. Thornburg tried to split a couple of D, but lost the puck. Chaska enters the zone, comes to Lindman at the blue line. She gets it to Thornburg. Thornburg's got 2D back. Swings wide. Loses it, trying to go around the first one. Hoffbeck there, though, trailing. She makes a pass back to the point. That gets intercepted. Thornburg retrieves. Slows down the Chaska onrush. Allows her teammates to come back and help. Thornburg carries the zone. Hoffbeck ends up on her stick. I think she thought she was offsides, Kurt. She kind of slowed down waiting for the whistle, and it never came. Chaska now enters the neutral zone. Crosses the red line. Gets around Herman and gets a shot over. Oh my goodness. Well, they're going to credit the goal that went off of Bird's glove, flipped up over her shoulder, looked like it was sitting right on the goal line. And I think that was Flanders reached back, slid the puck out underneath Bird's pads. But the ref said it crossed the goal line before that happened.
Yeah,
it couldn't have crossed by more than an inch or two.
I think it was a good call. I thought it was in. Chaska's really steadied themselves here after a bit of a shaky first period. They've had the better. That's the first goal of this second period. It goes to the Stormhawks. They're back in this game, still 4-1. I apologize for not updating the scoreboard as diligently as Jason does when he does this, but we got 4-1, 3.5 minutes to go in the second period. Jaguars in the lead.
Jason's also pretty much our IT expert, which does not take much out of the group of four of us. But he's the only one who's figured out how to update the score simultaneously using his phone while working the camera with his iPad. Kurt and I, not quite as talented as that. Just be glad you're, as Kurt mentioned, not getting motion sick or getting bad info on the call here. Woodford holds that zone, at least temporarily, fighting for it. It bounces over Keith's stick, comes out to Herman. Puck's bouncing around at center ice, still caught up in the masses. Woodford tries to get around the last Chaska defender, but had it poked out from behind. Here comes Chaska. Oh, that was... lost the puck at the blue line, missed out on a 2-on-1 opportunity. Woodford slides it in. That hit his skate, went wide of the net. Chaska goes up the far side wall, held in by Keith. Keith doing an excellent job on D today. Comes across to her partner, Lindman. Lindman, that hit his skate, and here comes Chaska the other way. 2-on-1 opportunity, weaving back and forth, and again, Keith got a stick on that. Just end result was a slow puck sliding in that Bird just fell on. Excellent play.
Yeah, she's held a couple plays in at the blue line where I thought it was going to leak out, and they're making a nice defensive play, as you say, preventing a 2-on-1, leaving Bird with really just an easy cover as it dribbled in on her.
Thornburg wins that draw. Lindman's got it. Goes to Keith, goes up the sidewall to Oslin. Oslin got Thornburg and Hoffbeck with her, but lost the puck on the far side boards. And here's Keith again, stealing that puck. She dumps it in on net. Bloomington, 3 changing behind. First one in. She forces a turnover. Lindman's shot hit a shin guard, deflected into the corner. All 3 Bloomington forwards fighting for it there. Lindman pinches in, holds it. Tyus is going to retrieve. She's got First with her. First over on the corner. Both players go down. Centering pass. Sam DeVent tried to redirect, but had her stick tied up. And Chaska breaks out. Keith again with breaking up that play. Chaska's going to be offsides. The onrushing Chaska player didn't realize after Keith stole that puck, the Chaska player had a lot of momentum going, carried her deep in the zone, couldn't get out before the puck crossed.
Getting the announcement that there will be a Chuck-a-Puck contest after this period. Again, proceeds going to benefit the Cancer Society. So, are you a Chuck-a-Puck guy, Ryan, or?
Not really. I'm not a carnival game aficionado, but I have at present a 13 and 14-year-old son who would spend me poor if I let him on party games and
buy up
chuck
a couple rolls of those
yes.
bucks. Yeah.
Convinced that their teenage bravado and skill has what it is to win that prize money. Down to the final minute, Bloomington sort of just trying to get out of this period, maintaining that 3-goal lead, but Woodford in the corner. She's fighting for it, going 1-on-2. She tries to get it on net. It's deflected behind. Sam DeVent forces a turnover. Comes out to Herman at the blue line. Through traffic. Oh, that was deflected. That went off a couple of skates. Goalie did a good job to kick a pad out, deflect that into the corner. Good play by Herman there. Good job by Sam DeVent forcing a turnover. Ends up back in the corner. Woodford gets smashed against the boards. Chaska gets around Thornburg, gets it up ahead, gets it past Lindman. Herman retrieves, but under heavy pressure. She's going to skate behind the net. 2 forecheckers. She goes up the sidewall, finds Thornburg. Thornburg bats it at just 5 seconds left. Bloomington just trying to keep it out of the offensive zone. Herman rushing up ice. I feel like that happens to Herman a lot as well. I feel like this is at least the second, third time this year where she rushes up ice, gets into the offensive zone, and then the horn sounds.
Yeah, I was thinking, I hope she doesn't shoot it after the whistle because I know that never goes over well. But yeah, and she didn't. The players know that too. Lola's just like, oh shoot. Well, so they'll go to the locker room here, up 4-1 now through 2 periods. Shots are 19-10 for the Jaguars, but I think that's going to bear out the fact that that second period was really probably more so covered by Chask Chan there as they close that shot margin, close the goal margin down to 3 now.
So we will take a break for the resurfacing. We will pick up the broadcast again to start the third period.
We have 1 minute on the clock, and you will have 1 minute to hurl.
All right, we are back for period 3. Resetting the game so far. Bloomington scored 4 first period goals, very quick first period goals. I think all 4 in the first probably like 8-10 minutes of the first period. Since then, it's been a little more even, and Chask actually won the second period with 1 goal scored to Bloomington 0. Shots still in favor of Bloomington, 19-10, but that second period a little more even. And I'd even wager, Kurt, that Chaska probably had more offensive zone possession time and better scoring opportunities in that second period than we did.
I think so, and they right off the jump, that was the case. That first 3 minutes of that second period, had us trapped in our defensive zone end the whole time, and we could not get out. And Chaska didn't score initially in that shift, but it set the tone for the period, and they were able to come back. So we got a couple new players up for this third period. Looks like Kendall Elmquist and Kara Krenz. Maybe 1 or 2 others, I'm not sure, but at least those 2. So we'll see how this goes. Chask also looking like they have a pretty full bench.
The winner of the 50-50 raffle, none other than Jefferson.
See our friends at BEC TV setting up here. They'll be doing the varsity game, Ryan, in lieu of our broadcast of it. But we think you should still be able to see that on our YouTube page. And we were just informed by one of the BEC guys that they are going to re-air the Mike Ryan Memorial Ceremony from a couple games ago. That'll be in the first intermission. And they're going to re-air the Alumni Recognition Ceremony from that same game, the Eastview game. That'll be in the second intermission of the varsity game today.
Yeah, which is awesome. So if you missed that the first time around, a good opportunity to catch up with that on today's varsity broadcast. And as always, you can watch all of these games, right, on our YouTube channel, which was new this year and has been a great pivot for us from where we were last year.
Absolutely, yeah. Sign up, be a subscriber to our YouTube channel if you haven't yet. Go ahead and like the broadcasts if you like them. That'll help us get the channel more exposure. Make it pop up in the search engines when coaches are searching for Jaguars hockey, right, Ryan?
That is true, yeah. We only have like 10 million more subscribers to go to catch up to, I don't know, Kardashians, or I don't even know who popular YouTuber is, Mr. Beast.
Maybe, yeah,
Whatever
that's a good one.
be.
That's a good. Well, without Johnny here today, we're just throwing darts on those pop culture. Well, at least I am. You two are something else.
I think both John and I are probably not, as we were alluding to off air, most of our culture references are from the 80s and 90s. Anything 2010 or later, we're probably all somewhat in the dark.
Yeah.
Bloomington gets an early shot here and a cover. We'll have an offensive zone draw. Out there, I think, for her first shift on the blue line, Krenz with Herman. So it looks like Keith's moved up to forward for this third period. One of those players who's been very utilitarian.
Maybe if we got up to like 5,000 subscribers, we could get like some coffee in the press box or something.
Maybe. Run some commercials in between periods. I don't know. So Chaska dumps that down low. Herman retrieves. She brings that around the net. Gets it to Keith and Tyus on the near side boards. Ends up back behind the net. Krenz makes a move. Gets away from 2 defenders, but the third one poked the puck away. Herman's got it now. She goes straight up the boards. Finds First. First has Keith with her. Keith crossed the blue line. Tagged up unnecessarily. She thought she was offsides. Probably was. I think the ref missed that.
I think she might have been, but...
Yep, she knew. The ref let it go. Puck now tied up at center ice. Keith's got it. She dumps it in. That's not going to make it to the goal line, so no ice. Bloomington changing behind. Thornburg gives chase. Makes the defender reverse course. Now Sam Nevent on. Chaska just dumps that in. They're changing behind the play. Lindman's got it. She tries to go up the sidewall, but that hits traffic, so she's going to come back the other side. She's got Hoffbeck. That pass also intercepted. It ends up in front of the net. Sam Nevent picks it up, though. She tries to get it out. Chaska holding the zone, gets a shot on net, somewhat harmless, but Bird pokes that to the side. Finally, Bloomington gets it across the blue line, but Chaska still possessing. They carry into the zone again. Get a good shot there, and an excellent save by Bird. A quick glove, and then sort of absorbed that puck, preventing a rebound. That's their 13th shot of the game. Bird playing well again, Kurt.
Nice little snapshot there by that Chaska player. She used the Bloomington defenseman as a screen. Yep. Bird doing well to see that shot coming through, and as you alluded to, had a lot of steam on it. But Bird catches and holds, gets a face-off. As we get a face plant in the D zone.
Whose kid is that?
I don't
that just
know.
Tripped over the goal circle. Another good shot by Woodford. Woodford still hunting. Dude, we got to stop talking about the hat trick hunt. Woodford, 2 goals in the first period, still stuck there. That was a good shot on that rush, but save, gloved, get a face off.
Shots 22-13 here now for the Jaguars. 12:04 to go, third period. Jaguars up 4-1.
Ooh, a rip from the blue line. That was Krenz, upset after tripping over the face-off circle. Takes it out on the opposing shin guard. That got deflected into the corner. Bloomington does a good job holding the zone. Tipped at the blue line, again held in by Krenz. She dumps it behind the net. Some good sustained pressure here by Bloomington. Tyus comes over to help out, and then no icing. I guess they say that went off a Bloomington defender's stick. Krenz retrieves, gets poked back behind the net. Herman gets it. She goes up the sidewall to First. First has a little bit of room. Good pass to Woodford. Woodford with one defender to beat. Tries to make a move. Good poke check by the Chaska defender to slow that down. Shot that probably would have went wide, but blocker save just to be safe. Comes out to Lindman. Lindman tries to get a shot on net. Hit a defender. Chaska tries to clear the zone. Held in by Thornburg. Bloomington with good pressure here to start the third period. It's been down at this end predominantly. Thornburg again. Flips it over Hoffbeck's stick. Bloomington got to be careful here. Elmquist, not accustomed to playing D, is out there on the blue line. First shift, she faces a 2-on-1, plays that well. Shot goes over the net. Tied up. Chaska, though, possesses it. That shot hit Elmquist in the shin guards. Thornburg finds Hoffbeck on the far wall. Hoffbeck, though, just reverses course, takes it back behind the net. She's got a little bit of room. Beats the defender. Succeeds in getting it to the blue line. Not out. Now Elmquist has it. Ends up on Thornburg's stick. Chaska, though, doing a good job of mucking things up in neutral zone. Sort of preventing Jefferson from getting any momentum. Again, they knock it back. Lindman retrieves. Tyus fresh off the bench, covering for Elmquist. Lindman's pass intercepted. Dangerous play in front of the net. That shot went wide. That one's on net. Went under Bird's glove into the far corner. Keith looking for an outlet pass. Had Sam Devent, just missed it. Oh, and we get an icing call. Tyus about 2 steps too late to get to that puck, despite good effort.
So noticing co-captain Kendall Elmquist playing defense here, as you mentioned, in the crease. She just got deposited, planted right on her backside. And I could read her lips from here. I could hear her say, wait, nobody said anything to me about having to play defense here on JV. But that's the way it goes in JV this year,
yes,
right, Ryan?
Everybody plays everything.
Yeah, the only one who hasn't played defense so far this year has been Ada Bird, and she's got other duties to take priority. But otherwise, everybody takes their turn at defense. Captains included.
Good shot block there by Sam Devent. That ends up popping it out of the zone. The on-rush intercepted by Krenz. Krenz makes a couple of moves. Nice chip pass ahead to First. First picks up speed. Just lost the puck as she got to the blue line. Thornburg gets it into the zone, but immediately poked back out. Herman retrieves. She dumps it to the far side corner, gets it deep so everybody can change. Thornburg forces a turnover. Hoffbeck again shoots it back behind the net. I think it's been this Thornburg-Woodford-Hoffbeck line that has played together the last few games and been very productive. They're out there this third period. I don't know if there's probably not for good because the forwards get shifted around, but at least for this shift, Hoffbeck finds Woodford, good outlet pass. Woodford picks up speed, comes up the left side on her forehand, controls the puck, good use of the body. She drops it for Thornburg. Thornburg and Woodford, 2-man game behind the net, good pass. Woodford's got a lot of room. She centers. Hoffbeck got a shot on, but I think that hit the goalie's pad, tipped up in the air. Comes out to the blue line. Elmquist there to hold it in. Woodford retrieves in the far side corner. Good play by Woodford. She's going to spin to the front. Fires a shot, hits the goalie in the face. And then Woodford gets deposited, using Kurt's words. Another big save by the Chaska goaltender.
Subtle little stick lift there by Etta Woodford in that far corner. You sneak up behind the player. You just get a little lift of their stick. Puck is going to lay there. She picked it up, went right to the dot, fired a shot on, bidding for that hat trick, as you said.
Good face-off win there by Tyus. We've talked about that in recent games. Tyus late to start playing center about last 5-6 games or so, but doing really well. Won the face-off straight back to Krenz. Almost did it again, but it hit Keith instead. And Chaska busted up that play. Herman hustling back to break up the 2-on-1.
Good play there by Lola Herman, getting back. Like you say, that could have been a 2-on-1. Jaguars protecting a 3-goal lead here. Lola Herman doing her part to make sure it stays right where it is.
Keith dumps that in. Ends up behind the net. Tyus is going to give chase. She's out there with Sam Nevent and Keith. Puck goes behind the net. A couple of bodies hit the floor. Keith's got it. She drops it back to Krenz. Krenz shot got broken up by the forward stick. Herman's going to retrieve. Skates it back. Tries to go back up the same wall to Keith, but that hit the forechecker. Now Chaska's got it in the corner. Tries to center. That goes through the crease. Keith's there. She waits patiently for assistance. Tyus rings it up the wall. Ends up off a skate. Finds Sam Nevent. Sam Nevent skates it across the red line. Everybody changed behind her. She throws a shot on net. Poked back into the corner. Sam Nevent still in the forecheck. 4 fresh skaters out for Bloomington. Elmquist has it. Goes D to Lindman. Just went under his stick. Lindman's got it. Goes up the wall for Thornburg. Thornburg makes a move. First is going to pick up that loose puck. She's got Thornburg with her. She carries the zone drop pass. Thornburg rings it behind the net for First again. First has got it. Tied up. Loses it. And here comes Chaska the other way. Centering pass just misses. Elmquist has it. She goes right back up the same wall. First with an aggressive forecheck. Forces a turnover. Oh, Thornburg just couldn't handle that puck on her backhand. So it comes back. Elmquist is going to retrieve in the corner. She skates behind the net. Gets rubbed off. Centering pass. Broken up. Shoved back in the corner. Lindman now. She goes to the far side. Thornburg's got it. Nobody there, though. Turnover by Chaska. Bloomington able to clear the zone. Hoffbeck gives chase. Ooh, Chaska player goes down hard. Looked like she almost tried to hurdle Hoffbeck, and Hoffbeck undercut her. Woodford's got it now with room to skate. She's going to have Hoffbeck with her. Good pass to Hoffbeck. Just bounced over her stick. Hoffbeck still tough angle shot. No rebound on that one, or the puck is still loose. Woodford on her knees trying to get it out in front, but a lot of help there from Chaska. Keith holds it in. Still in the near side corner. Chaska now finally takes possession. They're going to try to get it to the middle of the ice. That pass is tipped. Herman shoves it right back up this side. Keith on the forecheck. Pushes the player back. Forces a turnover. Krenz carries now. She's going to get to the front. Good pass. Over to Sam Nevent. Sam Nevent's shot. Not sure if that hit anybody, but went wide of the net. Back to Krenz. Krenz does what she can to just get it in front of the net. And here comes Chaska the other way. Herman. Krenz back. Good back check by Woodford. Herman's got it. Looking for a pass. She makes a move. She got tied up. Turns it over. Krenz now. She skates behind the net. Creates a little space. Makes a good move. Gets around 2 defenders. She's got some room to escape, but she passes it ahead to Keith. Keith dumps that on net. Just stick save into the corner. We're down to 4. Man, this game is flying by, Kurt. We're an hour 15 in. We got only 4.5 minutes left in the game. Here comes Elmquist. That shot rolled off her stick. She takes a aggressive stick to the chest. No call. Elmquist, centering pass, finds First. Her shot attempt, though, blocked into the corner. Now Elmquist goes back to Tyus at the point. Back to Elmquist. They're running this almost like it's a power play. Good puck possession there by Bloomington. Tyus holds the zone. Chaska finally has to just sky it into the air to get an icing, to get a line change. Really good shift there by Bloomington.
Yeah, Kendall Elmquist led a lot of that shift. She was kind of driving play there in that offensive zone. Kendall was out for about a 10-day period with influenza, so just making her way back into action now. Missed all of the holiday tournament, I believe, and maybe a game after that. So good to see her back.
Bloomington wins that draw, throws the puck into the corner. That's first battling down there. She's got Tyus with her, trying to shove it through the goalie on the far side post, but it's finally covered. We get a whistle. So 3.5 minutes left. Bloomington comfortably ahead 4-1, but really has not scored, Kurt, since the midway through the first period. But better offensive aggression here in the third. A lot more scoring opportunities.
It's a good point. Yeah, it's wow. That was a high shot coming in.
Knuckle shot from
Herman, I think. Yeah.
Hoffbeck tries to throw that back to Woodford. Woodford battling for it on the boards. That puck's flipped up into the crowd. Don't worry, everybody's safe. Nobody's injured. A Chaska fan retrieves, tosses that back out. We got 3 minutes left in the game.
Thank you.
Woodford taking the draw at center for this one. Ends up coming to Hoffbeck. Offers skate. Krenz throws that behind the net.
So just when you deny being a Chuck-a-Puck aficionado, Ryan, I see that we get a delivery up to the booth here of like, I don't know, I'd say at least 24 Chuck-a-Pucks. What's going on?
I suspect my wife Elizabeth might have been listening to the broadcast and summarily brought us a dozen pucks for Chuck-a-Puck.
Or maybe Rocco's here and you just don't know about it yet.
That could be. Maybe getting a snack before the varsity game. Woodford again on that draw, but Chaska wins it.
Now Allegra can tease him about making an appearance on the broadcast.
That could be. Back to the point. Herman, shot goes wide. Hoffbeck's going to come up with it, though. She spins to the center. Still possessing it. Drops it back to Herman. Under pressure. That shot hits a skate. Here, Chaska's got a 3-on-1 opportunity. Krenz back. Shot from wide with the 3-on-1. That blocker saved over the net. Krenz has got it now. She wheels back behind the net, escapes, creates a little space. Now splits the D. Now she's got some room to go. Sam Neventh coming up with her. Krenz toe drags out wide. Gets around 4 of the 5 Chaska defenders. The 5th one poked it away. She got to slide an excellent pass there to Sam Neventh, though. Sam Neventh's one-timer just goes wide of the net. Chaska now coming the other way. Tries to get it into the zone. Rubbed off successfully there by Woodford. Good play. Lindman's got it. She skates it up, but loses it before she can get it out of the zone. Again, Woodford's over there. Woodford just knocking Chaska players down left and right. Centering pass, good shot. Pad save into the corner, down to 1:40. Chaska holding the zone. Comes up to Sam Neventh, tries to get it out. Comes free. Goes to the near side wall. Elmquist there with lots of room. She's going to skate it up. Circles back to the middle. She's on her backhand. Goes into the corner. Gets tied up there. Now she's just eating the puck. Smart play by Elmquist there, killing some time. Now she comes away with it anyway and gets a shot. That got tipped by First. First goes back to Tyus, who was covering for Elmquist. Tyus now behind the net. Strong on the puck. Good pass back to Lindman. Lindman's shot, though, hit a skate.
1 minute.
Chaska throws it all the way down. Tyus hustling back to get it from her forward spot. She retrieves. She rings the boards. Keith all alone up here on the red line. Chaska's in the midst of a change. She dumps it behind the net. Smart play by Keith, just killing some time. First out there, comes back to center ice. Krenz, good pass. Was looking, I think, there for Thornburg, but Tyus intercepted it. Chaska, one final rush here, last 30 seconds. Oh, centering pass. 3 Chaska players at the blue line. One of them tries to get on net. That's saved. Shot from 36. Again, back to the blue line. Chaska, though, loses it. Here comes First. She's going to have Thornburg with her. Just lost it at the blue line. Thornburg dumps it in. We got 10 seconds left in this game. Bloomington going to come away with a win here. And that looks like it'll do it, Kurt. As the final seconds tick down. Bloomington maybe one final shot. Woodford going for that third goal as time expired. She had ample opportunity but could not convert. Bloomington, though, coming away with an impressive 4-1 victory off of game number 2 with Chask.
Yeah, really nice game by Ada Bird in net.
Yeah.
Very efficiently making 17 saves on 18 shots. Save percentage well north of 950 there for goalie Bird. So great performance all the way around. Let's hope it carries forward into the varsity game. Maybe Coach KP will bring some of that JV mojo up to the varsity, and we'll get 2 in a row. I think we've had few. It's been few and far between when we've gotten a double win this year. So maybe tonight we can get one.
That is true. So I'm looking at our schedule. Our next game, JV and varsity, Tuesday, again at home. That's the end of our 4-game homestand. That'll be against Waconia. So that'll be a JV 5 o'clock start time, 7 o'clock varsity. But another impressive win here for the JV team, which has really picked up steam after the start of the year, where we were in a lot of one-goal games, often coming up on the short end. Feels like they've kind of found their stride, Kurt.
Yeah, it's good to see. Like we said, a lot of players doing some double duty, playing a bit at JV, playing a bit up top. And with a pretty big senior class this year, a lot of these JV players, even if they're not playing varsity this year, will be called upon next year. So good to see them having more and more success as the year goes on.
All right, well, that will wrap it for our JV broadcast. For Kurt Krenz and I, we will sign off. Stay tuned for the BEC broadcast of the varsity game, and if not, we will be back next Tuesday.